All right, guys, we're back with another gear review or walkthrough. Again, ICAST just having happened in Orlando 2021. Shimano comes to the table and always brings a bunch of goodies, and this is no exception. This one is for the guys who are fans of Shimano's higher end reels. This is the new Shimano Sustain Fj. Now, when you talk about Shimano reels, you always hear two letters after the name, whether it's Stratic FK, Stratic FL, and the way it works, just so you guys know, is every generation of reel gets a new trailing letter. So Shimano Stratic started once upon a time at FA, then FB, then FC, and then, there's certain letters they won't use, but every time the progression happens, that's what lets you know which is the most current model. Last year's Stratic was the FK. This year is the FL. This here is the FJ Sustain. So it's version J out of the alphabet. So lots of versions of this reel, but I can tell you this. This new version of Sustain has more technology packed into it than any previous generation. So let's go through it. We're going to walk through all the tech in this new Sustain, and I'll give you all the specs as well so that you guys have all the information you need when it comes time to make an educated decision. So let's do this. The Sustain Fj starts off at the heart of what Shimano does, and that is the Hagane body, so the all-metal body. The other thing it has, micro module 2 gear. So that's the newest tooth pattern for efficiency. That is a cold forged aluminum drive gear, so it's a one-shot stamp, strongest drive gear in the industry. The other thing with this reel, when you pick it up, you're going to notice right away MGL rotor. So that's that CI4 Plus rotor. You can see it right there. It says MGL on it. What that is that makes this reel, the Sustain Fj, part of the MGL family, so the Magnum Light family of reels. So we're talking reels like Vanford would be an MGL reel, Xsense would be an MGL reel, Twin Power XD would be an MGL reel or Magnum Light reel, and all those it means they have the MGL rotor. The MGL rotor, because of the mass they've taken out of it, how lightweight it is, what it does is it gives you super low startup inertia. So to get the handle turning really takes no effort. But when you compare it to a standard or core solid version of Shimano's reels, and that's the draw in the sand. That's the line in the sand for Shimano. There are core solid reels like Noski or Stratic FL is a core solid reel, and there are MGL or Magnum Light reels. How does MGL rotor benefit you guys? Well, the big thing is, like I said, low startup inertia. So for finesse applications, anytime you're working baits that have a start-stop that you want to do, very, very, very simple to do with this reel. The other thing, long stroke spool has been added to the new Sustain Fj as well. So that's where it's a 10% increase in the height of the spool. And essentially what it's supposed to do is when you're casting, better line management and less times the line has to change directions, 10% less times, it means longer casting as well. Silent drive is also in Sustain Fj, and that is where they've tightened the tolerances on all the gearing. And really, when you spin this thing, I can hear the whir of the wind inside the rotor, but there is no whirring in the gears. X-Protect, when it comes to waterproof, the beautiful thing about Sustain Fj, X-Protect is the labyrinth system on all the vital areas, so it's got that penetration blocking for salt water, for regular water, whatever you're dealing with. X-Protect is going to help you keep that water out of the reel. And the other thing, rigid support drag on this reel as well. So they've beefed up the center part, because you remember, when it comes to a hard pulling fish, everything is sitting on that spool shaft, and rigid support drag helps keep that flat working perfectly. The reel is available in 4 sizes, a 2500, a C3000, a 4000, and a C5000. When you talk about drag pressures from this reel, 20 pounds of drag in the 2500 and the 3000, 24 pounds of drag in both the 4000 and 5000, so plenty of stopping power, whether you're fishing inshore, saltwater, or near shore, or you are fishing freshwater, bigger fish or smaller fish. If you're a speed freak, you're going to want to go to the 4000 and 5000. They bring in 40 inches of line per handle turn on the 4000 and 5000. The 2500 and 3000 are going to bring in 35 inches of line per handle turn, so still plenty of speed. To put that in comparison, everybody talks about fast bait casters. In the world of Shimano, it's your normal size, your HG, your XG gear, which is usually an 8-2-1, that may bring in 35 or 36 inches of line per handle turn. A standard 2500 size spinning reel, no matter which one it is, from 69 bucks up to a Stella, will bring in 35 inches of line per handle turn. So lots of speed in these spinning reels. 8+1 SARB shielded anti-rust bearings, and for the weights, because this is an MGL, obviously you get away with a bit of weight. 7.4 ounces on the 2500 and 3000, and right around the 9.3 ounces for the 4000 and 5000. So guys, you get a ton of features in this reel. The beautiful part about it is, I mean, it is a work of art, and it's beautiful. I mean, you look at this thing, I think they've done a really, really good job with the matte black, gold, and chrome accents that they've put all over this reel. One-piece bail arm as well, which is very, very indicative of Shimano's higher-end reels. And I believe it's Ultegra Up all come with that one-piece bail arm. So there you have it, guys. Another reel review. This is the Sustain Fj from Shimano, just released at ICAST 2021. Do me a favor, if you can, click subscribe at the bottom there. That'll allow you to get a notification when I post a new video. We do a lot of gear reviews, whether it's rods, reels, or fishing stuff in general. We're going to be doing some other stuff like electronics mounts. So lots of stuff coming on. If you guys could do me a favor, click subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Hopefully you're all doing well. And there you have it, the new Sustain Fj from Shimano.